Gamers, listen up. Today, we're diving into something a little different. Forget the usual AAA blockbusters. This is all about those hidden gems, the underrated games that don't always get the spotlight, but absolutely deserve your attention. These are the kinds of games that might slip under your radar, but once you play them, you'll be hooked for hours. This is Playverse Gaming, so hit that like, smash subscribe, and let's discover together 10 great unknown games you need to know about. Blue Prince. This mysterious indie title blends puzzle solving, exploration, and a heavy dose of atmosphere. In Blue Prince, you inherit an old, sprawling mansion with a single goal: find the legendary treasure hidden within. But here's the twist. The layout of the mansion shifts as you play, creating a roguelike structure where no run feels the same. Rooms morph, doors lead to unexpected places, and you'll need sharp observation skills to map out its secrets. It's not just about survival, it's about patience and wit. The art style has this gothic but modern aesthetic that makes every hallway feel unsettling, yet inviting. It's the type of game that rewards curiosity, where taking the wrong turn might unlock a hidden path or doom your progress entirely. For fans of both puzzles and roguelike tension, Blue Prince is pure gold waiting to be discovered.
Then, this gift shall lapse.
The water's dried up. Birds went quiet.
The Midnight Walk. Imagine stepping into a dream, but one where the line between fantasy and nightmare blurs constantly. The Midnight Walk is an adventure game that thrives on atmosphere. You're wandering through surreal dreamscapes, meeting strange beings, and trying to piece together what's real and what isn't. The environments shift seamlessly, going from serene starlit gardens to unsettling abandoned streets in seconds, and it keeps you on edge the whole time. What's so cool here is the storytelling. It's not given to you directly, but you pick it up through dialogue fragments, symbols, and exploration. The soundtrack is hauntingly beautiful, pulling you deeper into the dream world. This is one of those games that's less about action and more about immersion, perfect for players who want something artistic, thought-provoking, and unforgettable.
The dark itself is the key. All it needs is a little spark, and I get what I need.
A kind blend of intense archery,
Blacktail. Here's a truly unique concept, a dark fairy tale where you play as none other than Baba Yaga. In Blacktail, you step into the shoes of this legendary witch, but instead of being the villain, you're given choices that can shape her destiny. Do you embrace the darkness and become the terrifying figure of folklore, or do you fight for something better? The world is stunning, a blend of lush forests, mystical creatures, and eerie ruins. Combat mixes archery with magical abilities, and the morality system adds weight to every decision. The game thrives on its narrative, pushing you to consider the consequences of your actions. Blacktail doesn't just give you an RPG adventure, it reimagines one of the most famous mythological figures in a way that feels fresh and engaging. Definitely a must-play if you want something outside the box.
and of course, many bizarre and talkative creatures to interact with.
Show me the way to the human settlement.
It's up to you to choose to help them.
Basingstoke is chaotic fun in the best way possible. Basingstoke is a roguelike survival game where aliens have invaded a quiet British town. You play as a regular civilian, no weapons, no military background, just you trying to survive. The catch? It's permadeath and everything is trying to kill you. But the game doesn't take itself too seriously. It's dark comedy mixed with intense survival. You'll craft weird weapons out of everyday items, sneak around horrifying aliens, and probably die a lot. The cartoonish visuals give it charm, but don't let that fool you. It's brutally tough. Each run feels like a new story, full of chaotic moments that'll make you laugh, scream, or both at once. Think of it as a bizarre mix of Don't Starve and XCOM's tension wrapped in British humor.
Roboquest. If you love fast-paced action, Roboquest is going to be your jam. It's a roguelite first-person shooter that feels like Borderlands meets Doom Eternal. You play as a Guardian, a battle robot sent to fight hordes of machines in vibrant comic-style arenas. The gameplay is pure adrenaline, wall running, double jumps, and an arsenal of over-the-top weapons that keep each run exciting. What makes it stand out is its addictive loop. Every death pushes you to try again, upgrade your build, and get farther. The art style is bold, colorful, and full of personality, which makes the chaos on screen even more fun to watch. Whether solo or in co-op, Roboquest is an underrated gem that deserves way more recognition in the FPS space.
Lost Soul aside, this game started as a solo developer's dream project and quickly gained massive hype. Lost Soul aside is an action RPG with flashy combat that feels like Devil May Cry fused with Final Fantasy. You play as Kaiser, a lone warrior bonded with a mysterious crystal-like dragon companion. Together, you face hordes of enemies in a stunning fantasy world. The combat is what grabs you. Fast, fluid, stylish, with combos that feel endlessly satisfying. The visuals are breathtaking, pushing what indie games can achieve in terms of scale and polish. But beyond the action, the game carries an emotional story of friendship and survival. It's one of those projects that started small, but grew into something that could stand alongside major AAA titles. And that makes it even more exciting. F.I.S.T, forged in Shadow Torch. This is one of the coolest Metroidvanias you've probably never played. In F.I.S.T, you play as Rattan, a rabbit with a giant mechanical fist fighting against a robotic legion in a dieselpunk city. Yes, you heard that right. A rabbit with a robot fist. The mix of martial arts-inspired combat and gadget-based abilities makes every encounter feel dynamic. Exploration is classic Metroidvania, full of secrets, upgrades, and interconnected levels. The city itself is beautifully crafted, with neon-lit alleys, industrial factories, and hidden chambers begging to be explored. It balances challenge with accessibility, offering both tough fights and rewarding exploration. If you're into side-scrolling action with a twist, F.I.S.T is a hidden gem that hits way harder than you'd expect. Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. This quirky title combines gothic fantasy with board game mechanics in a way that's both weird and brilliant. You play as Even, a girl traveling with her dice companion, Dicey, through kingdoms ruled by chance. Every battle mixes real-time combat with dice rolls that trigger abilities, power-ups, and environmental effects. It's unpredictable, but insanely fun. The world feels straight out of a Tim Burton movie, dark, whimsical, and full of strange characters that keep the journey engaging. The Eternal Die expands on the original with more mechanics, larger worlds, and deeper storytelling. It's not your typical action adventure, but that's what makes it so refreshing. If you love originality, this is a must-play.
Fighting my way through your games over and over. Maybe.
Ratshaker. Now here's a true underground gem. Ratshaker is a gritty action game set in a dystopian city where you take control of a rebel fighting against corporate overlords.
The combat is brutal and raw, with melee weapons, improvised gadgets, and fast-paced brawling. The art style has this grungy, hand-drawn look that sets it apart visually. It's not polished like AAA titles, but that's its charm. It feels raw, unfiltered, and packed with attitude. The game thrives on atmosphere, with grimy streets, oppressive music, and a narrative dripping with rebellion. It's a love letter to old-school punk aesthetics mixed with modern indie ambition. Definitely one for players who want something bold and different. Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. Rounding out the list is a classic detective story with a horror twist. The Awakened takes Sherlock Holmes into Lovecraftian territory, where mysteries are no longer about thieves or murderers, but about ancient cults and cosmic horrors. You'll investigate eerie environments, solve intricate puzzles, and face psychological challenges that test Holmes' sanity. The mix of detective gameplay with horror elements makes this a standout experience. The atmosphere is thick, with foggy streets, unsettling whispers, and shadows that feel alive. For fans of mystery and horror, this game is the perfect blend of both, and one of the most unique takes on Sherlock Holmes you'll ever see.
Free my festering soul and let me feel.
And that's our list of 10 great unknown games you need to know. These aren't your usual blockbuster titles, but trust me, each one has something special that deserves your time. Which of these caught your attention the most? Drop your favorite in the comments below. I love hearing what hidden gems you guys are hyped about. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Playverse Gaming, and hit the bell so you never miss the next deep dive into the games you need on your radar. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep gaming and keep exploring the unknown.